Hi, this is Jo, and this is my video about one day in Cairns. I visited Cairns on the Norwegian Sun, a beautiful cruise ship that stopped in Cairns, but for only one day. So here is what I did with my one day in Cairns. Cairns is a tropical gem in far north Queensland, and it's the gateway to both the Great Barrier Reef and the ancient Daintree rainforest. What surprised me most as a first-timer in Cairns was the cruise ship docks right in town, unless you're going to Yorkeys Knob, which is unlikely. There's no shuttle buses, no terminals that are far away. You literally just walk off the ship and in a few steps you're in the heart of the city. Great access for those that may have mobility issues, and if you do need a taxi, it is literally right outside the terminal. Cairns is small, it's friendly, and it's bursting with life. And if you've only got one day here, don't worry, you can still squeeze in something truly special like I did. I was unprepared and didn't know what I was going to do, but I found this little kiosk not far from the casino in the city centre, and I went in and asked about ideas for the day. I was talked into buying a combo ticket for one of the most beautiful day trips I've had, and you can do it straight from Cairns. You don't have to be organised, and whilst the ship did offer this excursion, I got it much cheaper by just walking into the kiosk and getting a cableway, the Skyrail Rainforest Cableway, up to the village of Kuranda and the Kuranda Scenic Railway back down. Perfect. The whole thing cost just over 100 AUD, and that includes a shuttle bus that picks you up just outside the casino opposite the kiosk and takes you up to the Skyrail terminal. And from there you get on the Skyrail and come down on the train. It's super easy and it's well organised and affordable. Now I'll be honest, when I got to the Skyrail I was terrified.
Oh God, here I go. Oh my God.
I'm afraid of heights and I wasn't sure I could even do this, but the gondolas are sturdy, they're enclosed, and they glide smoothly above the rainforest canopy, except for a few bumps at the beginning. But within minutes my fears started to ease, and it was replaced very quickly by absolute awe and breathtaking views. The Skyrail was built to give people a unique view of the Wet Tropics World Heritage Area, and it really does feel like floating above a living, breathing, ancient world. There's an app you can download, and the app was great because it gives you a narration all the way up. It tells you where you are and gives you some ancient history and a lot of insight into the indigenous culture and the people that traditionally owned this land. There are 2 scenic stops along the way where you can hop off and explore the rainforest boardwalks and the lookouts, including Barron Falls, which was breathtakingly beautiful. And when I was there, the water was flowing strong and it made for some great pictures. Plan for about 1.5 hours to get to the top, but that's including the 2 mid stations where you'll hop off. So Red Peak Station with the Rainforest Boardwalk and the Barron Falls Station, which I just mentioned. But if you skip both those stops, it will take about 40-45 minutes non-stop. But make sure you get off, it is well worth it. So then you're in Kuranda, and it's a small walk into the main street. Well, it's a little street, but it's the main street, and it's a quirky little rainforest village full of charm. You can stroll through the famous Kuranda markets. You can visit the butterfly sanctuary, which is home to, I think, over 1,500 butterflies, or pop into one of the cafes that are tucked into the greenery. There's also a koala gardens and a bird world, and lots of artisan shops with locally made crafts, jewellery and art. I also popped into this little church and took a look. Kuranda might be small, it's packed with things to see and do, and you could easily spend a few hours here. Unfortunately, due to my lack of planning and organisation, which has become quite habitual for me, I didn't have a lot of time up there, only about an hour and a half. So I didn't get a chance to see the Butterfly Sanctuary or the Koala Gardens, but I hear they're very beautiful and worth a visit. So after I strolled around and did a little sightseeing, I had to head back, and the train station is right near where you get off on the cable car, and you'll take the Kuranda Scenic Railway, which is not just transport, it's a journey through history. This rail line was hand-built in the late 1800s by more than 1,500 workers, many of them Irish and Italian immigrants. It took 5 years to complete, and it cost the lives of at least 32 men. The line winds through 15 hand-dug tunnels, 37 bridges and countless bends, all carved into some of the roughest terrain in Queensland. And the views, they're stunning. Lush rainforest, steep cliffs, waterfalls, especially from the open windows of your heritage carriage. It's one of the most scenic rail journeys in Australia, so don't skip this part of the journey. And because the train is winding down the mountain, it has to go slow at times, and it takes about 1 hour and 45 minutes, covering 37 kilometres through the Barron Gorge National Park. And you also get a stop at the Barron Falls Lookout on the way down, the opposite side of where your cable car stops on the way up. So it gives you a unique and different view. And again, lots of photo opportunities here. So when you return, the railway pulls into the main area of Cairns. You can just walk back to your ship. You're dropped right in the heart of the city, and if your ship is still docked, and it usually is, into the evening, the ships tend to stay here till late, there's plenty of time to explore the Esplanade Boardwalk and have a sunset cocktail or grab dinner at one of the many restaurants in Cairns. And if you've got kids, be sure to check out the Cairns Lagoon, a huge saltwater swimming pool with views out over the ocean. It is free, it's beautifully designed, and it's a perfect way to cool down after your day of adventure. And adjacent to the lagoon, there's also this wonderful playground for the kids. They will love it, and adults might too. Cairns has so much to offer, and honestly, one day just isn't enough. So I've already planned a trip back. I'm going back in 2 weeks, and I'll do some more activities in Cairns and give you an update on what else Cairns offers. But if you only have one day, like I did, the Skyrail and the railway loop to Kurunda is one of the best ways to experience the ancient rainforest, the history and the heart of this beautiful part of Australia. So thanks for coming along with me. Don't forget to subscribe if you love soulful travel, cruise tips and hidden gems like this. And remember, the best view sometimes lies just beyond your fear. Oh, I'm scared. Until next time, happy sailing.